So we're out here getting the greenhouse back in order, and Irby's already pulled it over here, and now we just have to.
Yeah, I unwrapped the canopy from around the tree.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can move the bones, the frame, back over here without it breaking.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. It's more of just if we twist it wrong and it pops those screws, but I think we should be able to. We have guests joining us that should not be up here. If you think getting into goats that you're not going to have to fix fences, and you think that they're not going to get out just because they don't get out for the first few months that you have them, you're just lucked out. Because that's what happened with us. Months and months and months of no goats getting out ever, and we're like, I don't know what people were talking about. They never try to escape.
Then every single day.
Every day. And so now we still have more fence repairs to do.
This time we're going electric though.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put some wire down or something because they keep getting out. And at this point, if they keep creating weak points in the fence, we're gonna have trouble with predators. So far we've been really lucky and we haven't had that issue with the goats, but eventually luck's gonna run out and they're gonna cause a weak point that we don't find.
Hello folks, I'm your host, Irby Langley, and welcome back to Reclamation Nation, where we take our junk that's been blown around by the storms and put it back together again. Just kidding. But watch us put this stuff back together. Hopefully.
Here's our watering wires. You want to get that side? Actually, if you go to the midpoint right there. Well, thanks to me not paying attention to how much we still had left on our memory card, you guys didn't get to see it, but it's back in place.
It does have its damage. There are some joints that are bent.
Yep.
Here's one.
Yep, this one right here.
Another one. I might have to just replace this entire piece with PVC pipe. But we're just going to go ahead and put the canopy on it once we get this thing plumb, and hopefully it goes back together right.
Yeah, I think it's pretty minimal, but it is kind of twisted. That one up here, the second thing there is bent a bit. But overall,
well, this one right
it's
here,
not horrible.
That was bent already.
Yeah,
there
a little bit.
There was a limb that fell down in the fall.
During Helene.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
So luckily that's the only damage from that storm. But it's crazy. It took things a couple hundred yards away and I found it near the road. So yet again we're blessed because no damage happened to either the foundation of the house or the camper. Just this. But I wouldn't want any of this damage, but at least it happened to something we don't necessarily depend on at this moment.
This time we are gonna stake it down first before we put that canopy on. So we have to figure out what we're gonna stake it down with. But if we don't stake it down first, it's just gonna happen again the next time it gets super windy. And we don't know when that will be, so we're not gonna chance it. But I don't know what we're gonna stake it down with. I'm not sure.
Well, we do have that rebar left from the foundation, from the footers.
Yeah, but how are we gonna bend that? We'll find something. We've got tons of stuff around here. It's just a matter of finding the right thing that will work. But in other news, I know I showed you guys the radishes last time. They're doing great still. Strawberries are still doing great.
How many days?
Look at how much how well the mint's doing. The strawberries are doing good. The only one that has not made it has been this one on the end, and the reason it didn't make it is because it was already broken and I didn't think it was going to make it in the first place, but we planted it just to give it a chance. But these are doing really good. They are cool weather hardy, it said, so I think they're going to be fine. I kind of want to cover them. We don't have any straw right now, or else I would cover them with some straw. And we do have some in the field that I could cover it with, but I don't want to risk getting any seeds and growing something we don't want in here. So I may just cover it with some of the black plastic we have that we were using around the house. I don't know yet. We may just leave it, and I don't know. Let's see what our highs and lows are going to be. I don't think it's, I don't know. I don't want to say it's not supposed to get cooler than it already has been, but then again, it wasn't supposed to get as cool as it did this morning either. So we'll see. So we're about to get this. We're going to go ahead and put it on just so we can assess the damage of it. We know there is a tear somewhere in one of the seams right here. But I don't know how bad it is. You can see it got torn a little bit there, but we don't know quite how bad it is yet, so we're gonna find out.
I think we could probably repair that with fishing string.
Well, we got it on. The back here is not lined up, but I think it's just because of the way it's twisted a bit. But from what we can tell right now, the only damage seems to be this corner that ripped, which I can easily sew back up just with some fishing line. So,
would you need a leather hook for that, or just...
No, I've got plenty of them that I can use. But we really got away easy with this. I'm not gonna lie, I thought there were gonna be big rips all throughout it because it was tied all around that tree. As you can tell, it's not quite completely straight. It's twisted, but it's not gonna affect the purpose of a greenhouse. It's not gonna affect its use at all. So that's really good. I was worried about it, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Now, of course, there might be some places where there are really small holes, but as of right now, it's looking pretty good.
I think what actually did it was the fact that we didn't have it anchored down.
Yeah.
Wind came underneath it, and it pretty much just took it that way, because everything blew that way.
It did, yeah, I think so. So we are going to use the rebar. You said we're going to bend it at an angle and then tap it in.
I'm going to make it look like a candy cane. I don't have an acetylene torch, so I'm going to have to take it to work.
Yeah.
Bend the pieces. Then we're going to put it down in the ground at an angle. Tie the rope on it, toss it over. We have 5 cross members, so we're going to do 5 ropes on it.
I got to get that end sewn some point in time today. So I have to get to work on that. I've got to find my sewing stuff because all that's been packed up too while we're building. I haven't done any sewing.
We do know the general location because remember we cleared out a lot of the tiny home.
Yeah.
Put it into the storage trailer, camper.
Yeah. Spooky's trying to be cat of the week. And now when he tries to give her attention that she's been crying for, she walks away. Hello, Spooky. They needed to see your face again? Yes. Oh, you making biscuits? Oh, yeah. You make the best biscuits.
That's all for now for this episode of Reclamation Nation. Just joking. What else have we got on the list for today, honey?
I don't know. What do we have on the list for today? Well, I want to get some of those peas in the ground, the sugar snap peas in the ground. Well, in the, you know what I mean when I say in the ground here for now. So I may do that. Did you have anything else?
Sleep.
More pressing? Yeah, he has to sleep. He works third shift. I have a lot of stuff to get done in the house today too.
Yep.
But I may go ahead and get those in the ground. I don't know.
So
the weather keeps playing tricks with us. And so I'm like, do I want to get more stuff in the ground or do I just want to wait?
one of the last videos, Sarah talked about our plans of expanding out this way. We're going to be putting mulch down, wood chips with raised bed gardens. One of the things that we do want to do is have mushrooms growing. The technique that we want to do two separate techniques. One is the 5-gallon buckets. The other one is the A-frame of logs. As you can see, we have plenty of logs around here. Bad thing is, these are softwoods. So we have to go down this way. Way down this way. Zoom in. Way down this way. I'm joking.
All the way at the very, very back. There.
Yeah. Where we do have hardwood trees. And hopefully we do have some fallen trees. We can... Actually, we do have some hardwood trees down there. And it will be just the right size. So one of the videos I'm going to be showing you how to build that, drill it, and then Sarah's going to take it from there because I have no idea how to grow mushrooms. So we'll both be learning.
Yeah.
You, the viewer, and me.
I want to show you guys what we're doing here for the greenhouse. We have these pieces of rebar. We still got to tie the rest of the rope. But we've got these pieces of rebar that are like at an angle. So there's room for the rope under there, nothing else. And then we're just tying the rope at the bottom, throwing it over. And that way, the wind cannot take off with it again. We got to pull that end back down and finish tying the rest of the ropes. But so far so good. I think it's going to work really well. I don't think it's going to have any chance of coming up once that's done. But let me show you how well these plants in here are doing now that we've had not warm days, but we've had a couple days that are a tiny bit warmer than what they had been. So my mint here is definitely thriving way more in these bigger pots. I'm also gonna just put them in something even bigger than what they're in. And look at our onions and how well they're doing. They're doing so good. The broccoli and spinach has not come up, and honestly, it may not. It may just be not the right time, and if so, it's okay. I just wanted to get some in the ground just in case. But you see here, our radishes are doing really good, and so they'll be ready in no time. Almost forgot our strawberries. They're doing very well too. Still all thriving and growing, especially since we've had a little bit slightly warmer weather, but they did really good even when it got cold. But they're doing great.